Do you know what children of today are talking about? They're talking about sex. They're talking about physical parts of the body. They're talking about anatomy. That's all thanks to the sexualization. We have way more sex in our lives than we have had 10 years ago. We have way more conversations about the topic, but way little knowledge about the topic and way too screwed way to think about it. More about sexualization in my today's video of my sex education series. Let's go. But obviously before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Obviously, we start with an official definition, and here it is. In my own words, sexualization is ignoring everything else about the person and only concentrating ourselves on the sexual appeal of the person and kinda behaving towards the person like if this person would be an object. So basically, you see a person, you look at the person, and you don't think about the person being good reader, or maybe good talker, or maybe very smart in physics. No, you are only seeing breasts or ass or big muscles and whatnot. Obviously, due to how our society works, sexualization is more of a problem for women than for men. Think yourself about it. What kind of naked skin you see more often? Naked female body skin or naked male body skin? You probably saw the first one more. Be it movies, images, ads for whatnot, even if it doesn't have anything to do with a body, with a human body, if it is with a female body, somehow the product is more attractive for us. On the other hand, we don't see very many male bodies, male naked bodies everywhere. On some specific locations, like for example fitness studio, yes, definitely. At the gym, you always see like one buff person who says, "Buy my protein and you will be as buff as me." But except for that, there are literally not so many cases where male body is sexualized, at least in such an open kind of way. I'm not sure why female bodies are used more than male bodies, but I have like a couple of assumptions. For example, it is connected to the history or women history in the society, or maybe it is connected to the fact that more people find women attractive than people find men attractive. But it is also something that has to do with culture. And obviously we have problems that arise thanks to this over-sexualization. Because sexualization can be kinda okay, can be kinda good. There is a border, and I will talk about that later. But now we're talking about over-sexualization. So basically, you cannot live your day without seeing some part of naked body, being it naked woman, naked man, naked somebody. What problems happen because of that? Problem number one, the most typical problem that is connected to the sexualization is beauty standards, is body standards. What is considered sexy? What is considered attractive? Where is the difference between sexy and attractive? And is there a difference between sexy and attractive? And do inner values matter, or only outer values are of importance? Basically, what we see, we think is normal. If we see a lot of like sexy women everywhere that have some specific body type, have some specific appearance, we start thinking that it is what we consider attractive, what we consider beautiful, what we even consider sexy. But especially in the cases like I see it in TV, or I see it in the series, or whenever in internet, we do not connect any other values with this body. We just connect like this image that we see like right in before our eyes. Obviously, we cannot connect a lot of values with it. Sometimes we just see an image without context. Obviously, we cannot get that context out of thin air. And over time, we stop searching for context. We think it is enough. It is enough to have this body, to achieve that, to achieve like popularity, to achieve success. You can see it on different social platforms every freaking day. There are enough people who are considered more or less attractive, or who are considered attractive from the societal point of view, and they have huge success just because they are sexy. Is it good or is it bad that these kinds of images, these kinds of like bodies or forms of bodies find us every freaking day? It is a great question. It is a big question that a lot of psychologists are trying to answer. But what we do know right now is the obvious influence on children and younger generations, because they see it. They see success of people who are considered attractive, and also people who show a little bit more of their skin. They behave a little bit more sexy. And some of them connect to dots. That person is sexy and attractive, that person is successful, straight line. I just need to be that in order to achieve that. But also we have a huge problem that some people think I cannot achieve that without having that. I cannot have success without being attractive, without being sexy. I have to be it in order to have some luck, some success, some fun, some happiness in my life. And that is where it becomes a real problem, because a hell lot of people are not what we consider attractive. A lot of people are normal. Most of us are kind of normal. Amount of people who can earn money just throughout being sexy, just throughout their appearance, is not as high as if we are thinking about like whole population of the world. This percentage is very low, and obviously not everybody can do it, because if everybody could do it, then everybody would probably do it, and that's basically where nobody does anything productive with just showing our bodies. And don't get me wrong, it is okay to show your body, it is okay to earn your money throughout showing your body in different various kinds of way, being it erotic, porno, or maybe pin-up or whatnot, or modeling. It is okay to earn money with your body, but it's not like everybody can do it. That is the main point. A lot of people are thinking, especially younger generations, they are thinking I have to get it, then I am successful. And I'm done for the world. I'm beautiful, then I will earn my money throughout all my life till the end of my life. But it doesn't work like that. And obviously a lot of people from younger generations and a lot of children are going a step further. They're thinking, if I cannot be that, I will not achieve anything. I will not be able to achieve anything. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve relationships. I don't deserve friendships just because my body doesn't fit to this general attractiveness or general sexy being situation. And that's where problems start. That's where problems begin. For example, eating disorder. A lot of eating disorders are based on the fact that I want to fit in this image, in this body image that we have in society, in this body image that is perpetrated by everybody from everywhere. Not everybody has an ability to just turn it off. Obviously, we shall provide more and more opportunities to learn people how to deal with these images that we see around us, how to deal with these over-sexualizations that we have everywhere. But we are not at that point right now, and we are pretty far from that point if you ask me personally. And the question that comes to my mind is, where is the border between sexualization and healthy behavior towards people who you find sexy? Because on a lot of occasions you just hear, it doesn't matter what you are thinking about the person, what are you considering the person. If you think that the person is sexy, if you're considering that person having some specific parts of their body that you find sexy and attractive, then you are sexualizing the person. But is it like that? Based on the definition, based on my understanding of the definition, it is completely okay to find people sexy. It is not okay to ignore everything else. So basically, it is okay to find some forms of body, some forms of specific person sexy and attractive, and maybe you want to do something with them, but the person doesn't own you anything. That's kind of the point. The person is not an object that you can just take and use. And that's basically what law also agrees with, because you cannot just use a person. There shall be consent, there shall be maybe some kind of relationship, and it doesn't have to be love relationship, it can be just financial relationship, but basically there shall be consent in both situations, when we have sex, but also when we are sexualizing people. And that's where we come to this great topic of consent that I will cover in some video later. But overall, if you have no consent from that person, if there is no kind of mutual agreement between you and another person, then basically every your word that is considered sexy or is considered attractive, your breasts are nice, your muscles are very cool, let me touch them, It's all sexualization, yeah. And to be honest, can be considered sexual abuse. So yes, please ask people if they want to hear what you want to tell them. And don't tell them anything if they don't want to hear it from you. And obviously don't throw your opinions on other people. If you have some sexy ideas in your head, leave them in your head. Or talk with a specialist, or talk with your partner if you have sexy ideas about the partner. Because at the end of the day, you can sexualize your partner, but to a degree where it is not an object, it is a human being with different characteristics, being character, whatever, whatnot, and also sexy body. But the person, your partner, doesn't owe you anything. At least as long as you didn't talk about that or haven't talked about that prior to this moment. If you decided on something, you have consent and you can sexualize however you want. But if you don't have consent, it is a bad thing. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel and you can also leave a comment. I see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.